Hey everybody, Jazzy here! Welcome to my first Core Keeper guide! If you haven't seen Core Keeper yet, it's like this new mining sandbox survival game set inside this underground cave system. It's really cool. I recommend checking it out if you haven't yet. The game is only in early access, but we already have the start of a fairly robust electrical system. And to demonstrate some of its current capabilities, I'm going to show you how to build an automatic closing door. Now this door can be opened from either side with the flip of a switch, and 1 second later it closes behind you. It doesn't really matter what position the lever is in, you just hit it once and the door opens and then it closes after 1 second. So first I'm going to show you how to build this, and then afterwards, if you're interested, I'll talk you through how all the components work. So in order to make all the electric components, we're going to need an iron workbench, and that's this guy right here. And you see right here we can create the electronics table with a combination of wood, copper, and iron. Once you make it, place it down, and the electronics workbench gives you access to all the electrical components, including the generators, the doors that can be powered and unpowered, all of the electrical components that we're going to be using today. Everything that you see in my hotbar right now, that's like the basic stuff that we're going to need to build this door on one side. So we're going to need one electrical door, one lever, one logic circuit, one delay circuit, one electrical stick, one generator, a handful of wires, and a wall of your choice. Okay, let's say we want to put the door right here. In order to place a door, it needs to have two adjacent walls, so we'll just put a wall to both sides of it, and then we'll just place the door in the middle. Now the lever for opening the door is going to go right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take wire out of the lever and bring it over to here, and that is where the generator will sit, right there. Now on this spot right here, underneath the door, you're going to place a logic board. To the left of the logic board, you're going to place an electrical stick, and underneath the logic board, you're going to place a delay circuit. And then to the right of the delay circuit, you're going to place a single piece of wire like that. And that is actually all of the components you need to make the door functional. If you flip the switch, door opens, door closes. Flip it again, door opens, door closes. At this point, you can put down all the rest of your walls and floors and cover up all of the unseemly electronics. The only thing that you will see sticking out is the lever, which you want so that you can continue to operate the door, and the electricity stick, which can't be concealed, unfortunately. However, you can run wire underneath walls, which really helps remove that eyesore. If you don't like seeing the generator, you can always build a wall around it, like that. You know, hide it in a wall somewhere. And then just paint your floor, paint your walls however you want. That's pretty much it for building one side. And then you could do pretty much the same on the other side. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, so up here we could do the same thing. We're going to put the lever down right here. We're going to put the logic board right above the door, and we're going to use E to rotate the board so that the arrow is pointing into the board. Above that, we can put our delay unit and rotate the delay unit so that it's pointed into the logic gate. The electric stick is going to go on this side. Oh, it looks like I already put one down. And then wire will go right there. And also right here. Does it work? Awesome. Now we just cover up all the electronics and paint everything. Maybe put down a couple extra walls right here. And that's it. That's all you need to know about how to set up an auto-closing door. If that is all that you're interested in, then thank you so much for watching. Otherwise, stick around. I'm going to talk you briefly through the components and how they work to create this. Okay, so first let me talk you through all the components to this electronic system. So, first up, we got the electricity generator. This is a standalone power source. It will send out power in all four directions. And this is wire, pretty straightforward. You make it from copper bars and it carries a signal out from the generator and will power components that it's touching. Okay, so this right here is a logic gate, and it takes up to 3 inputs, and it outputs only if exactly 2 of its inputs are turned on. So for example, I'm going to take some power from this generator here. I'm going to connect one input over there, no output. I'm going to connect another input over here. 2 outputs, the conditions are met, and the logic board outputs a signal. Now let's say I connect an input to the third input right here. You'll see it's now getting input from 3 different places, and the output is turned off. If I take that off, the output turns back on. Okay, this thing right here is an electricity stick. It doesn't output any electricity, but it can be used as an easy way of keeping one input of a logic gate turned on all the time. So because I have an electricity stick in one of these inputs, the logic gate thinks that that input's turned on. So if I run another input signal in, it will recognize 2 inputs turned on and it will output a signal. And last but not least, this is a delay circuit right here. It will hold a charge for 1 second and then send it through the output. So if I put a wire down here, it holds it for 1 second and then it sends it through. And then if I cut the power, then it'll take an additional second for the output of that logic gate to turn off. So using these components, we can create a 1 second pulse of power, which will be enough to open a door for 1 second. And we can do this with the logic gate. First, we put an electrical stick on one side of the logic gate. Then we're going to send another signal directly into the logic gate, which, when it's turned on, it will turn the power on. And then we're going to also send a delayed signal over here, which will reach the input 1 second later, and when all 3 inputs are turned on, then the output will turn off. So check this out. We turn the power on, instantly it turns on, then a second later it turns off. And you see this is now powered with 3. This works in reverse too, because when you cut power, first the immediate input will turn off, and then the output of the logic gate will turn back on because there's now only 2 inputs. But then a second later, the delayed circuit will stop sending power to the logic gate, and then it turns back off. So it's a pretty versatile setup, and it doesn't require all that many resources to get started. So yeah, that's it for this guide. I hope most of the explanations made sense. In the next video, I definitely want to talk more about the logic gate and how you can use really just this one piece of equipment to get all of the simple logic gates in the game. So I hope you liked the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.